Pretty sure nobody's watching right now. But people do start, then we might have some callers. Oh, we have some people in. See. It's not a number. You can call me over Discord, but I mean, you already have my number. So, if you'd like to call in, Brandon, I mean, go ahead and call. Can y'all hear me out there, or is there a problem? Type 123 into the chat if you can hear me. See if there's something wrong with this. No, it doesn't look like it. We should be good. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got our first caller, which is Brandon. How are you doing today, Brandon?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good. And what would you like to talk about today?
Well, it's your show, so you pick the topic.
The show is to have whoever joins in pick the topic, but I mean, how you doing today, Brandon?
I'm doing fine. I just downloaded Call of Duty World War II.
Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, I never really liked that one.
Welcome to Marrakesh.
Yeah. I don't really know what to talk about, man.
What's your show?
The show is to have people come in and talk. Whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking.
Yeah.
And
How are you, sir?
watching you talk about us talking.
Yeah. That kind of hurts my head.
All right. There should be room for all here. Loves all
Yes.
that colorful
Yeah.
candy. My bad.
How's your father?
Doing well, thanks for asking. He's upstairs right now working on this novel of his, some kind of political thriller, I think. You know.
It's too quiet for this. I don't know, man. How about we talk about the movie? What was the name of it?
The house with the clock in the walls.
Yeah, that's what it was. The new Jack Black movie. Me and Brandon went to see it last night with Mr. David, which he's something, that's for sure. I don't want to talk about disabled people on YouTube. I'll probably get demonetized for it, even though I'm not making money. But so What were your thoughts on it, man?
Looking fine today, sir.
I thought that the story was kind of everywhere, and it looked like a good movie.
Okay.
And it could have been a good movie, but it just wasn't.
I mean, personally, I thought, man, it could have been a good movie. Obviously, it had potential. I mean, you had an all-star cast, even for child actors. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You had a decent enough plot, but the story, it wasn't there. Like I told you last night, some of the CGI in it looked dated. And that's all I can really say for now.
It's out of my hands. No admission, sir.
Yeah.
What?
I think, like I said last night, that if I can remember the name of the movie, it was a very popular movie. Came out around a year or two ago, and it was very successful. And I think this was trying to get the success of that movie, because, like I said, same style. I noticed some of the kid actors from the same movie. You know what I'm saying? No.
Looking sharp today, sir.
You said it last night. That's pretty much what that movie was like. Just goosebumps with the ghost hunters being ghosts themselves. Yeah. And
You got two people watching.
yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them is just me.
And one of them is me.
Yeah. It's almost as if I didn't expect that. Yeah. Did you do you know who Monkey Jones is? Well, he's a YouTuber. He kind of makes discussion type videos, but he also makes little short films, right? And he is currently live streaming himself eating it wasn't 1,000, it was 100 chicken nuggets, right? Right?
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Jesus, call it in. Call for help.
I don't think he'll succeed.
You mean probably not?
So, keep an eye.
Yeah.
I lost.
Yeah, I mean, he said to himself he's probably gonna fail. So,
And what have you done different?
what if he what?
How are you?
What have you done to help him?
I showed up for about 2 minutes.
You made it.
Does that work?
Most impressive, 47. Now to locate
Yeah.
Klaus Stramberg.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm gonna get off the call and see if I can somehow get another caller.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be raking in.
Hopefully, man. That'd be great. Alright, man. Please never say my name again. I mean, most people already know it, but that does not matter.
Whoa! You animal!
Oh crap.
How could you do such a thing? Help!
Oh, somebody's.
You better
Alright,
not
what's going on?
save this video.
I mean, just most people already pretty much know it anyway, so I'm not too worried about it.
You better not.
Yeah.
Hey, look out! Right there, right there!
Alright, man. Well, you have a good night, Brandon. I will see you in the morning, probably. but that's something we will have to discuss later.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright, man.
Holly.
Alright. Bye. Alright, by some miracle, if anybody is there, feel free to call me over Discord. My Discord tag is in the description. Oh crap, I just realized. I will have to change that. I forgot my tag. Ain't that something?
Welcome to Marrakesh, 47. The
Alright, there
situation
we go.
grows more tense by the minute. The consulate is under
I'm gonna try to do
lockdown.
some more
The
advertising over
protests are only a
Discord, see if we can
stone's throw
get
away
somebody
from
to call
full-blown
in.
riots, and Zaydan won't hesitate to unleash his troops. So
See.
whatever you're planning, time is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
I know. We'll go to the mooses thing.
Hey, stay safe.
Alright, let's get back to the game for now.
All right.
Why'd all those people hate the Swedes all of a sudden? Tonight, pick a beautiful lamp and let me
Lovely
make a
day.
good price for you.
How you doing?
What the hell are Crystal Dawn doing? What are you talking about?
Oh, well.
Crap.
Hi. Let me introduce myself.
So, I'm actually kind of tired right now. Not to the point of sleeping, but decently
This
enough.
won't get out of hand.
I'm still waiting on callers. The username is in the description again. I'm accepting pretty much all calls. Oh crap.
Bones cracking. Let's get in there. Hey, I need some help over here. Hey, I need your help.
Nah, sausage. Zilch. Nada. Diddly squat.
All right, now leave it to the pro.
Command, this is Red Leader.
Right there, right there! Light him up! What pacify this kid?
Got him in my...
Alright, well I'm gonna try a different level, because I really don't know this level that great. Still waiting for calls. Probably am gonna be for the most of the night. Let's get on Discord. I'm sorry if I'm taking a break over here and there. I'm trying to get the link is spread out through Discord as much as I can. Oh, okay. I have someone ready to talk. Let's see. Alrighty, man. I accepted your friend request. Hello there. Hello there. How you doing today, man? Okay, well, there's nothing coming from this call. He left the call. Ain't that something? Alright. Let's get back to this then. Oh, he's calling back now. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there. Okay. How you doing today, man?
I'm so sorry. I had it on a different setting. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
Voice setting. I had it on push to talk. I'm sorry.
It's alright. So, what would you like to talk today? Or talk about today?
Talk about how you're a fucking nigger.
I expected that. I knew that was coming eventually. I expected it to be sooner than later, but okay. Alright.
Welcome to Sapienza.
Relax. It's all good. I'll put some pants on.
I will return to the game in just a second. I want to change some of these settings right quick. How you doing?
Fucking nigger.
Oh, these people. Ain't that something? Alright. I wanted to do that so that I didn't have to... Alright, buddy, I'm sorry, but... I mean, I ain't trying to get my account banned for that word. Okay. He's calling me over and over again.
Okay. Just don't get it. I'll be right there.
Fuckable.
Seems we have another one. Alright. Benny fan, if you're still watching, I have accepted your friend request if you would like to make a call. Oh. How are you doing today, man? Hello.
Nigger, 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 nigger.
Oh crap, I needed the other suit. Alright. Oh my god.
What bacteria gets in your mouth? Nigger, 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 nigger.
Exactly, man. So, blasting is now on the stream, so everything is 100 times better. Because the great blasting makes everything better.
Sorry I'm late.
You're damn right you are. Never mind. Yeah, you can finish this tomato sauce. Maybe you can get it right. I seem to be jinxed. When you're done, ring the dinner bell.
Sure thing, boss. I'll give it some love.
Oh wow, that's the most I've ever gotten. Okay, the same guy's calling again. He's calling over and over again. Alright.
This is something else. My last gig was with a media tycoon based in Mexico City. Places like that, you can really sense the danger. This town?
Oh well.
White telephone.
I'm
Yeah, it's a
3
pretty
likes,
good
man. I'm almost as great as PewDiePie.
since I got here. Whatever research.
Now, I can almost guarantee you guys that whoever this is, I forgot his name now, is gonna make a brand new account just to call me the N-word, which I normally have no problem saying, but this is YouTube and I'd get banned for saying it. Because for those who don't know, I am also an edgy 12-year-old. And the N-word represents racism, which I fully support.
That is Silvio Caruso.
Hey, I added you. Can I call you? And you're gonna have to send me. Oh, I just got it. Yeah, man. Let me get you right quick. Snowstall, if you would like to talk, you're gonna have to call me over Discord. Oh, there we go. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. I'm actually calling in from Libya.
Libya?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Africa.
Oh, that's I don't know what to say, man.
What do you mean?
I mean, not every day you get to talk to someone who's staying in Africa, you know?
Yeah. Did you know that Southern Africa, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty much just like suburban America.
Hey, I mean, I know, you know, I've noticed some of the icons, or not some of the icons, just Diane Wood. So, I mean...
Diane Wood?
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's one of the rappers down there. He makes weird little...
Okay.
Yeah, he makes weird
I'm
little
not big into
songs.
the rap game.
What?
I much prefer...
Target down.
Like,
Next up, Francesca
You know,
De
C-Punk?
Santis.
What?
C-Punk?
C-Pump?
C-Punk. Like, you know Punk
C-Pump.
Americans?
Oh, yeah, like, okay, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's like that, except it's all like underwater themed.
Okay. So, I thought you was talking about punk rock.
Yeah, it's kind of like punk rock.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big... Yeah, I mean, even though I listen to a little bit of rap, I mostly listen to things like metal and all that, so...
What do
I
you
understand.
like? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite band?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a pretty hard one. It's probably in between Mushroom Head and System of a Down.
System. Have you ever heard Fiddler?
Who?
Fiddler?
I have not.
They're pretty good.
Oh, yeah, man. So, oh, go on ahead,
You
man.
still play Hitman?
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't played that game in such a long time.
Well, you know, they're about to come out with a new one, so I've been playing it a little bit.
Yeah, so you were just grinding on it before?
Was I grinding on it?
Yeah, like grinding?
I mean, I got like the 3 levels that you get for free, so I guess I played them a
That's why
lot.
you're playing it? Word, dude, word. So, do you mind if you get, like, political on your show?
I don't care, man. You come here and talk about anything.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about anything. Okay. What country are you from?
I'm from America.
America. I don't know anything about America. You guys call them counties, right? Like the countries within countries?
Countries. Well, what do you mean by countries as in in countries?
Like, you know how the United States is a big country? Like, there's little countries inside of them?
Oh, you mean like the cities, states, and all that? So,
States,
right.
that's the word. That's
Let-
the
let
word.
me-
What state are you in?
I'm actually in Mississippi, which is it's down south basically. Yeah.
That's the one that has Disneyland in it, right?
No, that's I don't remember if
Where'd
Disney.
you at?
I believe Disneyland is in Florida, but that may be Disney World. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so you guys had like a presidential election this year, right?
We actually not this year. We might be having. Well, let me think about that. We might be having them this year. I know we have an election every 2 years, right?
I don't know. I don't live in America.
No, I'm
we
just saying.
We have a dictatorship in Africa.
I mean, I understand. You know, it's pretty bad in North Africa. You know.
Yeah.
But
Okay, real quick. I need to complain or else we're gonna solve that.
Right.
Okay, so we make here in America, or not America, here in South Africa, we get about like 100,000 quid like each month. Okay, my family.
Right.
So obviously we have a relatively okay house, but I'm one, right? So there's these filthy little, we call them mudskins, in Libya, that they'll sneak into your house and they'll just take everything because they're so poor. It just drives me crazy, dude. Is it that bad in America?
Depends on what part of America you're in. Like, we're definitely, there's probably nowhere in America this is. I don't want to be rude here, but you know, as bad as you say, right?
Yeah, here in Africa, it's just basically agreed on. And, I mean, I know America used to be like this, but they should keep it that way. We have like segregation here,
Right.
and it's made society so much better since they like put it in like 50 years ago. What do you think?
Well, I'm not a racist myself, but I do understand
It's
when
not
you,
racism. It's just facts.
I do understand when you have one side that's being. See, over here we have a lot of what we call liberals, right? And basically, the majority of liberals have a problem of essentially saying, I'm the victim here, so give me all this money, and then they'll go live in poor houses and spend all their money on big rims for their cars.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, here in Libya we call them libtards.
Yeah, exactly, libtards. Exactly. That's what it comes from the word liberal, right?
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. And basically we have a lot of them, but they're not, you know, I don't really know how to explain it, man, because I'm not, you know, I don't really study into politics that much besides rant videos on YouTube and all that.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
That's where I learned all my vocabulary from. You know who Alex Jones is?
Yeah. I watch a lot of Alex Jones.
I believe every word he says. That man is like the gospel.
I mean, I'm a subscribed to his channel. I watch a lot of his videos anymore, but
Really?
yeah. I know who Alex Jones. Yeah.
With your political views, I don't think you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Well, I'm conservative.
Come on, dude.
Which is basically the Republican side.
I know the conservative. Yeah, I know the conservative.
So I'm on Alex Jones' side.
You know what I think?
What do you think,
Every
man?
single conservative should be fascist. That's what makes sense.
I mean, it really depends on how you look at it, man.
No, because just think about it. They're basically the same governmental system. Okay?
Right.
They all want deserve it. That makes sense.
What do you mean, as in who deserve it?
As in, look at the top 1% of America. What is it? It's 90% Jewish.
How's it going?
Okay, there's something going on there.
90% Jewish?
It's the top 1% of all the money in the world. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the top 1% of income out of the entire world, 90% of the people who have the top 1% of the income is Jewish.
Right. I mean,
So there's obviously something for that. Only conservatives can fix that.
I don't know what to say about that, man.
What?
I mean,
Doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but Jews just like money. I mean, I don't mean to be.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You're right.
Jews
They
like
take all
money.
the money.
I'm not gonna say they take all the money. They earn their money if they have to.
No, they don't earn it at all. The system's set up for them. See, okay, so I was doing a little research on the Freemasons, right?
Right.
From like 200 years ago. And you know how, like the Jewish religion, I mean, this is going to sound crazy, but this is actually what the Jewish religion follows. This is why I hate it so much. They have this holy bird, right?
Right.
It's like a sparrow, okay? So they have this sparrow that's their symbol. And this sparrow, according to the Jewish Judaist book, the Koran, right?
Right.
This sparrow founded the Freemasons,
What is the Freemason?
like Illuminati.
Oh.
So I'm saying that these sorry, excuse my language, these filthy kikes, they're doing awful things to America through the Illuminati. The whole world's just rigged for them.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
I'm still trying to process all this, man. So, what you're saying, basically, I understand that you're saying the Jews have things rigged for them, right?
Yeah, they do.
It's like, are you
Because
saying?
they have ties with Freemasonry and Illuminati.
I'm not trying to be like mean here, but like, what's the point you're getting at? Like,
I'm saying that we're screwed from birth, all of us.
I mean, obviously, you know, it
Just
doesn't.
because the top 1% is trying to control us, you know the subliminal messages they put in everything? They got so good at it, like they're not even there. You can't even notice them. You realize how much you get, like, influenced and shit? So you know what I started doing?
What?
I have made sure that there's no way that anything can interfere in my life. I threw away all my cell phones, anything technology, basically. And I'm living my life now, and I can finally see my fifth eye is finally opened. I finally understand everything.
Have you noticed how security is getting tighter and tighter? Especially around the lab entrance?
That's because Caruso's creating one.
Can you go a little bit more in depth with this? Like, what do you mean by your fifth eye is finally open?
My
Like,
fifth
what
eye,
do you see,
you know what a
basically?
third eye is? You know what a third eye is?
Yeah, I know, like the.
I'm Muslim, so we follow like this chakra thing.
I'm sorry about this. I'm actually Southern Baptist Christian, so. But go on.
Okay. So I'm Muslim, so we have this chakra thing where the only way to really like see the true thing. Well, this is from the original book, right?
Right.
And it said that you could open. It's only in the advanced like Muslim language. It's called Hebrew. So only
Entering the
it
ether
said
lab
you can
requires a
only
key
understand
card
the
and a
world
uniform.
if you open your fifth eye. Like that's like
Seems
you know, like
both
a
are
paraphrase
within
of it. So when you finally open your fifth eye, you start to notice that you do it just by shutting down everything you just find peace with yourself, right? You're good with that?
I understand where. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get the. I don't really know much about the Muslim religion. So can you correct me on my facts of what I do know? Tell me if it's okay. So from what I understand, you had the Prophet Muhammad, right?
Correct.
And Muhammad essentially he found out that the scriptures of the Bible was not true.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Exactly.
Right. And that the Quran he wrote was the true scriptures.
Yeah, completely true.
Right. So
You got your facts right.
I'm sorry to. I want to start a little debate here. I looked into the.
Can I finish with my point first? Because the Muslim part isn't a big deal having to do with this. There's like a fifth eye in every religion. Really.
So go on, continue, man.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
So, you open your fifth eye, you start to see everything around you. You start to see how you've been manipulated. And you know there's a second race, right?
What?
That's already a second race that's already penetrated Earth, like a second intelligent species.
Right.
Yeah, the lizard people.
I've heard of
Obama's one. Hillary Clinton's one. Have you seen him pass out with the weird, like, medical conditions like Hillary Clinton did, and Obama ate a fly that one time?
I mean, I've seen
Once you open
video.
up your fifth eye, you see these creatures, the way they really are. They're disgusting, man. They slither around. You can see the mucus, like, coated skin dripping from them.
Right. Go on.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's all I wanted to get at. You just need to question everything around you, alright?
Right. I mean,
Nothing's the way it seems. That game you're playing right now, that's not even real.
I mean, obviously it's not real.
I'm not talking about Hitman. I'm talking about you right now.
Right.
Think about it. If you really, really think about it, the world doesn't really make sense at all. Okay? It doesn't make sense. Like science tries to explain things, but it just doesn't. We have to be in some type of, like, simulation type thing. You know what my theory is?
What's that?
I think we're inside a window pane. Okay? A flat window pane.
Right.
We can see all around us, okay? Just think of how many translucent things are in our life. Why would those exist? They'd only exist within a simulation, all done within a window pane.
Right.
Okay, so I'm done. I understand that this stuff sounds pretty crazy to, like, sheeple, but it's real.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's. I understand
what'd you
the.
say?
I understand, like, questioning yourself, because I've always believed in think for yourself and question authority. So I'm trying to listen to it. It's just kind of a lot to process. It's a lot to process right now, you know?
Yeah, feel free to call me anytime. I can red pill you.
Right. So, the reason... Oh, crap. Sorry. So,
Okay,
the reason...
Go back to our debate.
So, the reason I brought up the Muslim religion is from the little bit of the Quran I have read. There's a certain verse, and I'm trying to find it.
You can just paraphrase it. I'll know exactly what you're talking
Okay, so it essentially said that Muhammad was not sure that his scriptures were real or not. And there was another one that I kind of made the Quran second guess itself, where he said that you must believe in the true scriptures.
That's wrong. No, that's wrong.
What's wrong? Hold on a minute. You still there, bud? I can't hear you anymore, man. Alright, let me hang this up and call him back right quick. Okay, I see what happened. My Discord lagged out right quick, so I gotta close it out and go back in. Yeah, I can hear you now. Alright, sorry about that, man.
Alright, brother. Okay, let's get this started. So, no. Those can be interpreted in a way. Like, okay, don't feel personally insulted by this, okay? But, what'd you say? You were a Baptist?
I am. What do you mean by that?
You can shorten baptism debate. Okay, so, oh my god. In the Quran, one of our version of, like, Satan, I guess, has these 13 just demons. One of them is Babe. Okay, and you know what he went on? Baptists started bowing down to this Babe demon, and they just started, they found the Baptist religion off of his ideals.
So, go on and explain, who is the demon that you're in question, I guess?
The what?
The demon in question, like, you said that supposedly the Baptists had started worshiping the demon, or?
Yeah, the big demon.
And who is the big demon?
Who is the big demon?
Yeah.
Okay, so, the big demon, how would I best sum him up? He's more of like an ideal than anything. Okay, so, can I screen share with you really quick, so I can show you?
Sure, man.
You see my screen? Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'll be right back. Okay, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Alright. So can they see this too or no?
Nah. But I'll try my best to describe what I'm looking at.
Okay. So this okay. So I can't say his true name, but I can type. This is his true. Okay. You can say it, I can't say it for religious reason.
Right.
Okay. So this is the symbol of the bake demon, okay?
Right.
As you can see all the teeth. Okay, so according to the Quran, what he'll do, he'll gobble up anybody who does things in the will of Muhammad. So can you just describe to everyone what you're seeing?
So,
It's a pretty important part of the story.
It's got a gray background, first of all, and then you got these two oddly shaped eyes with pure red pupils. And then the mouth is sort of like a crooked, upside down U with multiple teeth and a tongue that is obviously red going down the bottom of the teeth.
So the thing is, it might just look like it's one mouth kind of turned upside down, right?
Right.
It's actually two mouths hanging off each other, so he can devour twice the Muslims.
Right.
It's terrifying. This is what, you know how, I'm going to stop screen sharing. You know how in, like, other areas they'll, like, warn you about don't stay out too late at night or this thing's going to get you, like folklore?
I haven't really looked into That, no.
You haven't really. Well, it's like just common stuff. And he also does the big demon. I'm just gonna say his name, okay? I may be punished in the afterworld for this, but Xavier, he also.
You can just spell it out. Will that work, or?
I already said it. It's too late, dude. It's too late. He also said that. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, man. Do you need some time?
No, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude.
It's alright, buddy.
Okay. What was I getting at?
So, you was telling me about the demon.
Oh, the demon, yeah. He also... Are you aware of marijuana, ganja?
I am.
You are?
Yeah, like weed, all that.
Yeah. This demon, he promotes it. He promotes doing it through like kind of like a bomb type thing that's like electronic. I don't know what to call it.
A vape?
No, yes. According to the Muslim version of bishops, he invented those. He promoted them to the youth to corrupt them.
Well, I can see that. We do got a lot of teenagers using vapes, so yeah.
I can't believe it. What is going on? So, I mean, that's essentially it. That's what baptism was founded on in our religion's eyes.
So,
we can go back to the debate if you'd like.
I'd like to stay on the... I'm still kind of confused on how, like, baptism...
Well, it was founded by this babe demon.
Okay. Well, as far as I know from what I've read out of the Bible, there's no mention of a big demon. We essentially believe in God who created the world, obviously. And then you had the son, Jesus.
He doesn't want you to know about it, obviously. Because if you knew you were founded by a demon, then everybody would believe it. Remember, you have to doubt authority. That even means doubting religious authority.
I mean, I question, I have in the past, but when I came to the conclusion that Christianity was the one true one, like I said, I've looked into different religions, and the one that's always seen the, I don't know what the word for it is, connected, I guess you could say, was baptism. And like I said earlier when I was looking at the Quran, it said that not even Muhammad is sure of his own scriptures, which I haven't found the verse in particular.
Yeah, I disagree, dude.
Man, if you want to share opinion, I'm. Oh.
Okay, it should be fine though. What's supposed to happen when you say his name? I mean, I've already said it because it feels like powerful. I get why you're a Baptist now. It must make you feel powerful to pray to that demon.
I mean, what do you mean by powerful?
Like, inside, like how he makes you believe that it's the only true thing. I don't know.
Well, it's not power.
It's the right way.
I mean, personally, I can't speak for all Baptists, obviously, but whenever I pray to God, God,
You mean babe? You mean babe?
If that's what I'm just going to call him God, because like I said, I believe he's God. I believe he created the entire world, right? And to deny him would be blasphemy, which would make me a blasphemer.
Well, that's what Muhammad did. Muhammad did that.
Did what?
Founded the world.
Founded the
He
world.
built it.
I thought Muhammad was just the messenger to say that the Bible was wrong or something like
Yeah,
that.
in the Quran, he's a lot more powerful. Like, he is God. He's not just like the parallel to Jesus in Christianity. Like, he is God. He can physically become God. They're basically the same person.
Yeah, and that's like so let me say, in Baptist,
The person who's the messenger is
Allah.
Osama bin Laden. Even more.
Okay, so in baptism, we believe that it's a saying that I've been told ever since I was a young child, that God is Jesus and Jesus is God, right?
Exactly, it's the same thing.
Basically, we believe that God obviously created the world, and when I'll be right back. Let me get my Bible right quick. Okay, so
Hey, okay, before you mention anything, I'd like to call out the Bible verse right now that points out that they should stone every gay.
stone every gay.
Yeah.
We don't believe in
It says,
stoning.
if a man sleeps with another man, they shall be stoned.
No. The only... Well, there's multiple verses that speak about homosexuality, but none that say about stoning them. The one, when it comes to...
Well, if you're going to interpret my Quran, like...
Oh, you're talking about in the Quran.
Doubting it. No, I'm talking about in your book. If you're talking about the Quran, like it can be interpreted that he thought he wasn't telling the truth, then I'm going to interpret your Bible like you hate gays and women.
I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm just trying to explain my view of it. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm more powerful than you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what about the Bible verse that says Christianity is above everything else?
Okay, you have heaven and hell, right? And then, obviously...
What about Middle Earth, like in the Quran?
We don't believe in a Middle Earth.
What?
No. We believe you have... Well, obviously you have Earth, you know, the normal Earth, which is just where us as people stay, right? And then you have heaven, where the people who are saved go when they die. Then you have hell, who those who are not saved go, right? And do you understand salvation?
Yeah, it's if you die with a bomb on your chest and kill non-Muslims, then you get to go to heaven.
No, I'm not talking about salvation through, like in the Baptist
No,
salvation.
that's the only for the Quran. That's the only way. Salvation.
I understand that it says that.
That's the only way you can go to Valhalla.
I understand that's what it says. I'm not trying to explain the Quran. I'm saying from a Baptist perspective.
Okay.
Do you understand what salvation is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So we believe when you're saved, you go to heaven, right?
Okay. So if I, for example, if I crank one out on the daily, am I going to go to heaven or hell?
What do you mean by crank one out?
I don't know, like, I guess if I'm going to be crass, like beat your meat.
Well, let me point out another verse in the Bible. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fallen short to the glory of God," right? And basically nobody's perfect, and sins can be forgiven, right?
Okay.
Even Christians are sinful.
Well, if I splooge all over my wall, and like, there's no way that I'm not going to hell.
Sins can be forgiven. It's like, okay, Have you ever had someone get angry at you?
No.
No? Okay.
I've had people get, like, livid at me.
Livid.
I've had people get mad.
Yeah, well, you had someone get mad at you before.
Sorry. English is my second language. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, when people get mad, some things may get heated, right? And
Okay, well.
eventually you come to the point where you say, hey man, one of us was wrong, let's
Okay, well,
let's not do that.
If my friend's name is Jack, and I'm Jack, and, you know, I and Jack are off somewhere, and we're like, I don't know, at Target or something, like, what do you mean? What point are you trying to get at?
What I'm trying to get is, you know, eventually you can come to a point where you can give each other, right? But obviously, if you know, did something
if he's taking his fist and beating off on me because he's so angry.
Well, once again, homosexuality is a sin, and
no, not like that, dude.
I'm sorry. So, when we say, okay.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, man. When you said, yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry about that. So, if he's punching you, right? Even, you know, basically after a fight, you forgive each other. Or if you do, you forgive each other, right?
Okay.
It's with God.
Every time I beat off, I'm making God angry?
Once again, people are sinful, and God doesn't like sin, obviously. That's why he says, in his heaven there is no sin.
Does he scream?
No.
Does he, like, scream at you?
No.
Because when I'm shaking my lava lamp, I don't want to think about him looking at me. Does he stare at me? Does he know what's going on?
God sees everybody. He knows everything. When everything's going on,
That's crazy, dude. He stares at me oiling the serpent? What?
What do you mean?
Is he like a pervert?
Oh.
Why does he stare at me all the time? What about when I take a shower?
He's not looking at you like that. Oh my God. He's the perfect thing, right? God is completely perfect. There's nothing wrong, right?
Okay.
So if he's looking at you when you're taking a shower, he's not saying, oh, you know, look at his butt. He sees everything.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter if it's a sin. It doesn't matter if you're witnessing to someone. It doesn't matter if you're just sitting there playing on your phone. He sees everything, right?
Oh my goodness, okay.
And it's not to be like creepy. It's not to, you know, stalk you or anything. It's just.
So he's like the FBI?
No. Oh. I don't know how to explain this.
Okay, I'm good. I think I get what you're going at. Okay, how are you going to disprove my religious beliefs?
Like I said, I don't know much about the Quran, but from what I have read, I've always seen that.
Alright, well, you literally have a religion found on a demon, okay? And you know what? I'm just going to say his name. He's supposed to come after you when you say his name, but Xavier. Xavier, yeah, you've been founded by Xavier. Okay, I think that's dirty. I think that's disgusting. How can you still willfully follow a religion where Xavier is leading you?
Like I said, we don't worship Xavier, obviously, right?
You don't know you do, but that's what you're doing.
Well, once
It's
again,
a cult.
listen, man, you're trying to. I'm not trying to be rude here, but like you're not presenting any proof that Xavier.
I've showed you the symbol.
It's just a symbol, and in all honesty, it was drawn. I mean, I could say they're drawings of Buddha. Does that mean we should all drop to our knees and worship Buddha? I mean,
Oh my god, what's that? Oh my god. He just went past my window, dude. I legit just saw Xavier. No, what's he doing? What's he doing? What?
God, bro. Well, calls are open again. I have a feeling that entire call was a prank call. The Discord calls are back open.
Nice outfit. Have a great day.
Dr. Lafayette speaking. Just so. I'm outside Villa Caruso now, enjoying a coffee in the sun. Lovely town. So, anything I should know about Dr. Caruso before our first session? I was briefed on
Yo, what's up, Limp Skip?
What's going on, man?
Alright, so the last Discord call really intrigued me, right?
I don't mean to be rude here, but that was probably a prank call, honestly. Obviously, the end was fake. There's no... But go on ahead, man. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. It was very intriguing. Yeah, it was.
To elaborate on, like, this supposed vape god and, like, the fucking, what was it, Muhammad?
Yeah, Muhammad, basically, from what I know, Muhammad was like the messenger for the Muslim religion.
Yeah. So, like, I don't think that guy was a Muslim because, first off, a lot of Muslims, they say peace upon Muhammad or whatever to, like, not offend him or something.
Right.
So, I'm not really sure if, like, what he was saying was actually, like, true. Seems like a lot of it was bogus.
Yeah.
But there's, like, the things that he's talking about, though, there's, like, I want to say, like, I don't personally, but there's been, like, a cult going around, like, at this, like, my school, right?
Right.
And
wow,
they kind of, like, actually do this stuff. Like,
another one at church.
I don't want to say, like,
coach?
I'm, like, an insider, like, about to, like, expose them, but I kind of am.
I mean, say whatever you gotta say, man. That's why it's called the talk show.
Alright, so basically, everything that was, like, just said, like, they actually believe in, like, in this group of, like, kids in school, and it's, like, it's actually getting to, like, the point where if I'm afraid to leave, they're just gonna, like, fucking kill me or something, you know?
Right. Wait, are you saying you're in this cult, or?
Let's just say, like, I'm an ex-member.
Oh, okay. What do you believe in now? Like, I don't mean to be rude, but it's just a question I tend to ask. Okay, hold on a second. There's a guy in the chat who's asking what we're talking about. Molly Bendham, basically there was this guy who came in a second claiming to be a Muslim, and he was telling me about how my religion was made up by this demon, and I think the one in particular he's telling me about was a demon that had created vape. Am I right, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah. Or like, there was a demon that... I don't know, man, but go on ahead and continue.
Alright, so, like, the cult I was explaining, excuse my profanity, sorry.
No, it's fine.
But, anyways, basically this cult is just, they, like, have Muslim ideals, but they're just, like, founded on, like, bleed. like, I don't know how to like explain it, but it's kind of off because a lot of them like wear like robes and stuff, and if you take them off, you can never take these robes off, by the way.
Hello,
But
sir.
their robes like similar to like what like a Klan would wear, you know, like it's not like the KKK, but it's like
Francesca De
sort of like
Santis is
that,
evidently
except it's
having an
like
affair with
what is it?
Caruso's golf
Hoods,
coach,
if that makes
Roberto
any sense.
Vargas,
I know.
a
Yeah.
notorious ladies' man.
They're just kind of
Vargas
like
has
neck
turned
braces
DeSantis'
and
bedroom into a candlelit love nest,
they
and
were all
plans to
black,
call on her
so
after his golf lesson with Caruso.
it's like
Well, she
I don't
should
wanna,
know
like,
better than to mix business with
they're just
pleasure.
kind of really like weird, but it like because when I took off my cloak, they like I actually thought I was gonna die because they were literally gonna start beating my ass and shit. Excuse my language, sorry.
No, it's alright, man.
But they actually, if you like do this shit, they're like really strict.
Right. I think there's a guy in the YouTube chat who would like to elaborate on the Muslim belief. Do you want to be in this?
Yeah.
Do you want to be in the call while we do this? Cause
yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna invite him to the chat.
All right.
Let's see. Where's this guy at? What's your name, Molly Bendham? I'm sorry, there's a prank caller from earlier that keeps spamming me with calls. Let me remove him right quick. Molly Bendham. Alrighty.
Does he have like a Discord member?
Yeah, I'm about to look for him. I already added him. I just forgot what that name was, honestly. I'm looking for him right now.
And if you don't mind me like explaining.
Yeah, you can go on ahead, man. I'm just looking for him right now.
Me and like the guy that just called in. We've had a long history together, and I think he's like actually just gone nuts.
So, is this one of the guys that's actually from the cult?
Yeah, I don't want to say like much because like obviously I fucked with a lot of people's minds, right? Because not only was like I one of the head like members, but I was friends with the person that just explained all this random shit. Oh, is that the prank caller? Yeah, the prank caller. God, it makes me so fucking angry. I know. But yeah, anyways, there's like, he just believes in this like cult that we just made as a joke like at first. But like, the more and more he looked at it, like, the more and more it made sense in his mind, and he just went way too far with it.
Oh, yeah, and this I want to bring something up, and I normally talk, one of the people I know in real life, there's not, where I live, a lot of people are Christian, right?
Yeah.
And one of the only atheists I've ever known in real life was
Francesca De Santis.
I forgot his name. Basically, he told me that essentially if you sit there and you keep talking to something that's fake, like a teddy bear or something, right? You know how when you're a kid, you might have had a teddy bear, you might have had it in your bed, right?
Like an imaginary friend.
Yeah, and the more you talk to it, the more you believe it's real. And when people argue about Christianity, that's a lot of the main arguments I hear. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Essentially, he kept talking about it to the point where he convinced himself it was real.
If people do that in my country, they are hanged and executed. Okay, in Mother Russia, if you do something like that,
Buddy, is this a prank call, man?
so mad. No, it's not a what?
I'm sorry, man, but you don't sound like a Russian at all. I mean,
What the fuck?
I'm not trying to be racist
really
here.
angry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be
I'm
racist
really
here, just or mean here, just
It's fine.
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not.
Yeah,
It's just the other guy made me very angry. I'm a devout Muslim. I come from Russia.
Right.
It makes me very angry when people are spouting lies like this.
Yeah, man, I understand.
I was doing. Look, I was a U.S. immigrant, right? That's why I don't sound.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be racist there.
No, it's fine. Trust me, I get it all the time here. So,
go on ahead, bud.
So, like, what was he, like, specifically saying? I know he was just talking bad about the religion, but, like, I need specifics in order to...
Alright, so our discussion, it was pretty much everywhere. And when I say everywhere, you can ask this other guy. It was everywhere. And the first thing he brought up was about how he lived in South Africa. Is that true, Mr. Crack-a-Lacker?
Yeah, he wasn't born there, but he just kind of lives there now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And,
that's how I like that, because, you know, he just came to South Africa.
I got you. So, essentially he was explaining to me that there was some... He was a Muslim at first. That was the first thing he told me when we started getting over this conversation. Then I asked him, I said, I don't really understand the Quran besides a few verses I've read. And he told me that there was some demon or something that invented vape.
It was like vape god or something.
Yeah, like vape. And that vape, it was vape specifically made for
that is
weed.
True. There is a vape god. There is a vape devil. Sorry, there is a vape devil.
Right. And then he started getting to this another conversation where he said that I essentially explained to him that I was Southern Baptist Christian, right? And he told me that there was some demon that pretended to be God that we were worshiping, and that saying this demon's name was forbidden in the religion. And
That's also true,
yeah. Sorry. And then he started. This one I got the sense it was a prank call because he started saying the demon's name over and over again. Then he said, "Wait a minute, what's that? You know, I see something at the window," and then he pretended to die. It was a very strange call.
I see. It's one of those types of prank calls. I got you.
Yeah.
God. I'm sorry. I'm still angry about it. But
yeah, essentially, go on ahead, man.
If he actually died, then the call would still be up.
Yeah. Because I didn't hang up. He did. That's the thing.
Yeah. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
God. It's just... Because what he was saying wasn't completely wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Spreading disinformation.
Yeah.
So,
like, that is the bait devil. But...
Oh, please forgive me, sir.
But... What else did he say?
Now, like I said, it was everywhere, and I'm still trying to remember some of the stuff. I believe at a certain point he mentioned
Didn't
something.
Didn't he say like he said something about like Muhammad being
good, man.
Allah?
Yeah, that Muhammad was the actual God, and he was both the messenger and the God.
Oh, no, that's not true. Okay, so maybe it's different over here, but Muhammad is just a messenger over here in Russia. Maybe it's different in different places, but that doesn't seem like a crank call to me. Like, what was something crazy he did though, other than the dying part, obviously? But like,
He laughed a whole lot in the whole thing. He laughed. And then the thing is though, the dude right here, Crack-a-Lacker, came in and explained the whole thing. He knew this guy, apparently. I'm not sure if this is completely true or not. I'm just going off word, right?
Yeah, it's mostly true, yeah. I knew him.
And that this guy had started the cult as a joke, and somehow he essentially convinced himself that everything he was saying was true.
Oh, so like a Slav. Do you know what those are?
Like, I've heard Russian slang, I guess, for Slav. It's essentially just a Russian.
No. A Slav is a...
Hold on.
Slav...
The guy is back, and he would like to join the call.
Well, let's get this fucker in. No, get him in here.
Yeah?
Get him in. I want to... Because maybe he's just wrong, you know? Like, maybe he just convinced himself wrong.
Let me find him right quick.
I don't know. I know he might be a crank caller, but I can't live with, someone spreading disinformation like that.
Yeah.
He may think it's a joke, but this is very serious. It's why I fled out of the U.S.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that later. I'd rather get into that later.
Get into what later?
I was actually going to ask a question, but since we're about to add this... Okay. My question was, you say that there was the reason why you left the U.S. What's the reason?
Yes. What? Sorry, your mic cut off. What did you say?
Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, no, I can hear you now.
Okay.
What did you say?
What was the reason that you left the U.S.?
Oh, because this is still fresh in my mind, but so you've heard about like I don't know how to say this, but you've heard about like racial killings, right?
Right.
Well, I got so scared for my own life because I was a devout Muslim at the time. I don't remember what it was. It was such a while ago, but I got so scared that I looked for anywhere and anywhere. And eventually, I came across communism. And I realized how great of a system it was.
Communism, though, is really not a faith. It's kind of like...
Listen to me, please. So,
okay.
I realized how great... And I looked for countries that were practicing this, too. And so I came across Russia. And I was already very scared for my life at this point. So I made what was arguably a stupid decision. I took out everything on my bank account. I went down to the passport office, got the photo, everything, yada yada. Took the cheapest flight I could to, I think it was somewhere in Britain, I don't remember. Then I got a connecting flight to Russia. And I lived here for about 5 years since. And I kind of regret it. Is this the guy?
Yeah, this is the guy right here. Yeah.
Okay, before you guys say...
Hold on, yeah, let him speak.
I know it's been a while since we've talked to, but
Ms. DeSantis said.
this is my life.
Caruso's absent-minded.
You're actually insane.
No. Okay, I'll be honest.
You wouldn't just leave it lying.
I'm kind of angry that he called me a prank caller. I was not a prank caller. Whenever I start losing arguments, I just try and find any way out. So that is not.
If you're having
we don't do that way in Russia. I also go laughing the entire way.
Listen, buddy, I'm not trying to be mean here, but if you're trying to have a religious debate, especially a religious debate, getting mad at losing the fight or the argument is not,
Yes, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. I have a soundboard, and this has been my way out ever since day one. Listen. Play that sound at any time as long as I need. I'm ashamed of it, but that's why I came back, because I need to fix this. I need to make you guys believe.
Believe what? You're clinically insane.
What? No,
you're absolutely insane.
I'm not. Okay. Limp Skimp, you're kind of a neutral party here.
Yeah. I'm not trying to, I'm a Christian, and there's so far there's been nobody that's completely
literally
wrong.
worship a demon.
What? No. That is not the Russian. Once again, I don't know. But
Yeah, you moved to Russia. You moved to Russia for 1 year. Now you're all big in Russia.
No, I've been here for 5 years. Stop saying this.
Okay,
Wait, do you all know each other?
No, I know this kid over here because.
Okay.
Okay, so I was. It was all along to this dude for a little bit, okay? And I've been trying to tell him the entire time, like, he's insane, yada yada. I've been trying to correct him.
These guys follow me everywhere.
No, I
No matter
don't.
what I do,
No, I don't.
What I do, they always find them.
You always follow us. That's why do you think we kept leaving you? We're trying to hide from you.
We're trying to help you, okay?
You're insane.
We are trying to help you.
What you're making up.
That's why we joined this call. That's why we joined this call, okay? We're not.
He told you not to get mad. You guys can't get angry. This is me now.
Okay, it's your turn. It's your turn, everyone.
Okay, listen. So, the most hateful, the worst church in the entire world is the Westboro Baptist Church. Baptist.
Okay, I have nothing to do with the Westboro Baptist Church. I've never been to it.
Why do they have your name then? That's like saying Catholics aren't pedophiles.
Okay, so there's a huge difference between Northern Baptist and Southern Baptist. Southern Baptists have we believe in a very
West Baptist?
West Baptist. They're on the west. I don't listen. I don't know what they believe. I honestly don't. I know they, argue and protest a lot. That's not what we do. We essentially present to you, what we tell you what is the truth. And I'm not saying this to say I'm better than y'all. Once again, I'm just trying to say, you either go to heaven or hell, right?
So where am I going to go? Where do you think I'm going to go?
You're gonna go to hell. I'm not trying to be mean here. That's just how it is.
You're poisoning the minds of other people.
No, I'm not.
This false
I'm spreading the truth.
Like, first of all, like he said, you're poisoning minds. You're telling people a lie.
Shut up for 5 minutes until it's 26 and whatever your time zone is. I'm just going to shut up. You guys have to disprove it.
Okay, so, like you were saying from the Westboro, Limp Skimp, it's the same thing here in Russia. There's the city Slavs and the, how do you say this? Country Slavs, I guess.
Yeah, country. Country, yeah.
No, but it's not the word for, I don't know how to say it, but let's just go for that. Country Slavs and city Slavs.
Right.
So we wear, I'm sorry. So we wear our suits, right? Let me just restart. My mind's all. Okay, so city Slavs and country Slavs.
Where'd that guy go?
City Slavs.
Okay, I'm not bleeding at all. Can we
What?
talk about it, man? Can we talk
What?
about it? You're not going to disprove me.
Fine.
Listen, man. If you want us to disprove you, you're gonna have to first give us the chance, man.
I'll admit I'm wrong. Nobody has any solid proof.
devout Muslim, right? Is that true? Is that true? Yeah,
I believe that was the Moley guy that said he was a devout Muslim, but they could both have said it.
I'm a very strong Muslim.
Okay, so first off, to disprove your theory of any Muslim, when you say Muhammad, peace be upon him, you don't say peace be upon him. A lot of Muslims would say Muhammad, peace be upon him, because that's the Prophet's name. So, if you really were Muslim, and you actually did know that, the first thing that you have to do...
I'll be right back. I have to feed my ghosts.
Okay,
right.
I just disproved his entire...
Yeah, I think he's... I don't think he's Crane Coleman, though, honestly.
He's just lost his mind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point.
Well, you know, maybe over here in Russia, Russian Muslims, that is, or Slavs, I think that's new. But over here in Russia, we generally partake in very light snack, so to simulate what it was like to be Muhammad, right? And there are some people who always whine about this and complain. It's generally younger children, you know. So there's ceremony, if you will, that every Slav must go through, and it's...
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt you, but
What?
When you say a Slav, do you mean a Muslim?
I mean a Russian Muslim.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or was I? I don't.
Something about like a ceremony or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, it's a ceremony, yeah, So, it's a very informal thing, because it's, believe it or not, there's not a huge community of Russian Muslims. We all know each other. So, generally we go over to I guess we go to just whoever's hosting at the time. It varies from member to member. And we put on the music, and then we sorry, hold on, I have the entire list.
Okay, I did it again. I'm sorry, guys.
What?
I just hit like the eject seat button on my argument, and I just left. I need to face this.
You need to stop doing it.
Listen,
you need to face on the same.
I'm not trying to be rude here.
I'll continue with my ceremony later, but come on, dude.
If you have to object from an argument, that should probably point out that your argument is flawed. And I'm trying to say this in the nicest way I can. So, but
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
What, John?
So, I've been doing this for 5 years now, right?
Yeah.
I've been committed to this. I've been spreading it. I've been making the pamphlets, holding the ceremonies, everything. I've even killed a man over this. Not really. That was a lie.
I know, we talked about this. You didn't actually kill him.
My entire life has just revolved around this, and I've been thinking about quitting it for months now, but I just can't. I'm too devoted to it.
Have a good one, boss boy.
There's people
Listen, man. If it is, you obviously see that it's wrong, right? And what the right thing to do here?
No matter what, a lot of my, I guess, faith, religion, I don't know, a lot of it's not true, but Baptists are the devil. There's no way around it. I agree with that. But I've just been following these conspiracies for months, years. It's making my life so much worse. I haven't gotten laid for like 5 years.
Is it because the power you get over other people to control the minds, the weak minds of others?
Yeah.
To corrupt them into thinking that this is actually real? Because you've been doing this for the past, like, maybe even more than 5 years. I haven't seen you in such a long time. I remember when we were in high school and you were making up this dumb shit.
Okay. Whatever.
No, not whatever. Not whatever anymore.
Not whatever.
No, man, listen, man.
I need to change my ways.
No, you need to change yourself. Okay? You need to stop being like this. Even when you were in high school, you believed in stupid shit like this.
No, stop.
Listen, man. The right thing to do here, no matter what, if you believe you're Muslim, a Christian, Mormon, anything you believe in, the right thing to do here is to tell the truth to your people.
And we are your people. Tell the truth. Please. Just be honest with yourself.
You do know that it's 79, right? Vintage year, pretty goddamn expensive.
I can't.
I do.
Live with
Out of
that.
Russo's private stash.
Are
you trying to get
Look, man.
Wasted 5 years is better than wasted 6 years.
Yeah, he's right. Okay, but, like, not trying to break away from the discussion or anything, but, Limp Skip.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably going to be very controversial to say, but the stuff that I've read in the beginning for
No, he's trying to get out of the argument. He's trying to get out of the argument.
Or like
I can't hold myself
We know you're still alive.
Hey, Limps, I get in a private call with you because I actually want to talk about something.
Yeah, bring me into this guy's
Yeah.
a fucking joke. God.
Hold on a minute. Let me start a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I have crackler. What's the Molly Bendham? Alright, man. Yeah.
3, 2, 4.
Okay, I'm dead now, and I just wanted to come back from the grave.
Dude, come on.
This is so stupid.
This is so dumb. Stop.
There's no way this is not a prank call, man.
Okay. Limp Skip, I want to come clean here, okay? Everything we just, yeah, it was a prank, but now that I know you're serious, I actually want to talk to you about something.
Okay,
I'm not even joking.
that was 100% a prank.
Yeah.
All of us, okay, none of us believed any of that shit. Let's
Yeah.
actually have a real argument, okay?
Yeah, that's how we're like. Now that I actually know you're serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm agnostic, or actually, I think all of us are agnostic.
Agnostic.
No, I'm Muslim.
He's not Muslim.
We're agnostic. agnostic, okay?
What is
but,
agnostic?
Where there's like, we don't really go to church, but we believe in God, you know?
Okay.
No, that's not. It just means that you're completely neutral. It means that you don't believe in God. You don't necessarily believe in, like, you're not necessarily an atheist. You just, like,
I understand. I understand.
If there were any proof that any religion were real, then I'd probably become religious.
Yeah, if there's like a creator, like, we kind of acknowledge the creator.
I know the biggest part of religion, but I think it's kind of a sham. That's like, you just have to trust as part of God's test. That's really bullshit.
Well,
it's time to go to work. Manipulator. That anything that the world does can just be applied to that. You're like, oh, you're just not believing in God.
Right. And so on that, well, I'm sorry. Okay. So what you're saying is, if there was you don't believe that there was a creator, and you believe there was. What are you saying?
Like if there is a creator, then like
we just need proof, and then we'll
kind of, yeah.
Basically, or for me at least, that's how I see it. If there were ever something that proved to me that there was some type of creator in a certain religion, then I would say, yeah, okay, I'm in that religion now. But I just haven't gotten any good proof.
Right.
Yeah, like, did you know that you get $71 billion to the economy if we tax churches?
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit to me.
Well, like I said, a lot of churches, you know, you have the different denominations, and obviously your denomination doesn't depend on what you believe in. But obviously, if you believe in a Catholic denomination, 99% chance you're going to believe what the Catholics teach, right?
Virus prototype will be close
by.
And now with that said, the point I'm trying to make here is a lot of preachers who say that this is the true religion, they're just trying to get money out of you. I mean, I've dealt with them in the past. So.
Oh yeah, just like those people that are like.
Yeah.
Every single religion that I've ever seen just seems like a manipulative, like, money farm.
Which is like.
Really break it down.
Yeah. That's like my church, the one I go to. Like I said, I'm a Baptist, and the church I go to, my pastor said, I don't want you to give me your money. I mean, you can. We have donation box, and you know, so much percentage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're gonna get more money that way if you say, I don't want your money, but you know, if you really want to, there's a donation box for it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying.
But it's not implied that you have to do it.
Yeah.
Though.
It's not saying, you know, it's not like suckering up. It's just saying, hey, I mean, I don't. Basically, pastoring is his job, right? And
I just need an explanation of something in religion.
What's up?
Why do someone to tell you? Like, why can't you just practice religion from like home?
Well, the churches we go to, essentially, most people, when you go to church, maybe you had something going on that week, or you had a question on your mind, right? And God uses the preacher as a way to get that question answered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe there's something
okay,
God
so
wants.
just for a second. Try to imagine if you're from a viewpoint that God isn't real, okay?
Right.
Okay. So we hear about someone who answers very important questions and holds secrets and thinks that they're being spoken through by some type of like powerful overlord, I almost want to say. That's a good word for it. Like how does that like I'm just saying purely from a like a stance like that, it just seems very like easy to abuse. And I mean, some people do abuse it, like the Catholic Church. And
right.
I was joking about it earlier in the call, but they're all pedophiles. Like, they literally are all pedophiles. They bust ring after ring. Constantly. Like, you look up Catholic pedophile at any time, there's going to be a news article with past 24 hours about someone getting arrested or some court case that happened.
Right.
It
And
seems like a very easy power to abuse. I know you're not Catholic, but it's just, I don't know.
and on that subject, like I said earlier with the I forgot what I said earlier. I know I mentioned this earlier. Obviously, you're gonna have the. Oh yeah, we was talking about the money, right? And I said, obviously, you're gonna have pastors that say, you know, pay me to.
Okay, but that doesn't matter. You're changing the subject.
No, it's. I'm moving on with. Let me say. Let me just go and get straight to the point, right?
Alright.
Obviously, you're gonna have your bad pastors, right?
But they're saying that God is speaking through them, and they still believe that to their like arresting days. So it just seems like it's kind of like becoming famous or something. It just corrupts you, just without just having that role with like just saying we're all humans, just completely equal. We all just have minds. Okay. So whenever you get power like that,
Serious types of
you just evolved.
Not
like,
exactly
take
the
advantage of it.
trusting type, is he?
Yeah, his torches.
And once again, I read you a verse earlier, Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and fallen too short to the glory of God, right? So, we're all sinful, you're right about that. And like I was saying earlier...
About priests, like they're going to use that power, they're going to use that power, who knows if they know what's going on, but we'll take that word as the gospel, I guess.
You can never have too much
And
security, right?
like I was saying, what I was trying to get at earlier, it's all about finding. You gotta know your Bible yourself. You gotta know what you believe yourself first, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that.
I know what. Sorry, you cut out.
Okay, you gotta understand what you believe in first, right? Like I said, I believe in a Baptist, so I go to a Baptist church, and my pastor, anytime I had a question for him, he has basically never steered me wrong, right? Like I said, I can't speak for...
Okay. Sorry. I don't know how private this stuff is, but can you give me an example of maybe like a laggard thing you said to him, or is it like confidential? Will you get like poked with the three-prong thing if you tell me?
Well, whenever I ask my pastor a question, right, he'll direct me to a verse, normally, in the Bible, right?
Okay, but can you give me an example?
Sure. So, not too long ago, we was talking about the subject of homosexuality, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Right. And he pointed me out to a verse, and when I went over it, I said, yeah, I mean, he's right about this, you know?
Well, what does the verse say? Sorry. Yeah,
Right. It's actually a couple of verses.
Is that the one that's like, if a man ever lay with another man, it's just unnatural? That's what it says?
It's something like that.
Correct?
It's something like that. Let me get to the...
Do you believe in conversion therapy then?
Conversion therapy?
Yeah. Like, do you think somebody changing... Do you think people are born gay?
They're born again? Yeah. I believe
Born
in...
gay.
Oh, born gay. Oh, no. It's definitely a decision.
No, okay. I disagree.
Right.
I disagree. Yeah, because I'm not saying that homosexuality. I mean, I think it's almost like
the homosexuality is definitely a decision.
no, because people don't leave homosexuality. They're not just like, oh, homosexual.
Dude,
no, I'm not.
New York made a law that banned conversion therapy. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is well known by now.
You know what? You know
Can't
what's
do
a
that.
decision? Bisexuality is a decision.
Yeah.
But being a raging homosexual, that is not your choice. You're born
No,
because people
definitely think
Right.
it's
And,
a choice.
people stay gay, even if their entire family completely hates it, and they're deathly terrified of it. They'll just they're not happy until they become gay.
Well, that's where the role of God steps in, right? Once you're saved, the reason we call Baptist is we believe in baptization, which you don't have to be baptized to become a Christian. It's just a way to symbolize you're leaving your sinful, earthly body in the water, and you're born again. right?
Okay.
And once you're saved, God helps you. He helps you to become a better person. Sometimes it may be through, a slow process. Sometimes he'll just say snap, and maybe when he makes that snap, you're no longer addicted to cigarettes or whatever it is, right? Yeah. That's basically, God helps you with that,
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's say I get boned by another guy. Like, why does it even matter?
Well, let me point to the verse. Romans 1.
I mean,
Wait. Let's go back to the question. Why were you asking your pastor about homosexuality? Like, what were you saying? Were you like?
It was actually.
Is that too private?
It was actually because it was a few years ago. There was a kid I knew named Armando, right? And Armando was a cat at the time. He was a bisexual, right?
yeah.
And he said, "Hey, Will," which is my real name. What does the Bible say about homosexuality? And that's at the time I wasn't that well known because I was only, I don't remember how old I was when he asked me this. We was essentially in 6th grade, and I really didn't, think too hard about the Bible. I just said, "Oh, God exists." Not question it until I got a little bit older, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went to my pastor the Sunday, and I said, "Hey, Armando asked me about this. What's a good verse to read to him?" And that's when I found the verse.
Okay, so here's my question that I've never understood. We could argue about whether someone's born gay or not all day. That's not gonna help with that. But I just want to set up a situation because I've gone to church once in my life. That's the only time I've gone. I just have a question. Okay.
Right.
So, let's say you walk into church, you're sitting on the choir, you're singing your church song or whatever.
Right.
And there's obviously very, very gay male that walks in. He's got the kind of the
I understand the stereotype. Man, getting how you're getting at.
Does the entire church go silent? Does pastor drop his book and look straight at him? Or what happens?
No. Well, you're acting gay, right? You can act gay and act gay. Just because you act a certain way doesn't automatically mean you're gay, right? People are allowed to act how they want to act. You're supposed to judge by the fruits. Normally, if you see a person who is acting homosexual, you don't go up and directly say, "Hey, are you homosexual?" Because obviously it's rude.
Okay. He walks in just like any other couple would. He's not making out. He's clearly holding hands in a coupley way with them. He's an obvious homosexual. Okay.
Right. Then still, we don't, go up and say, "Oh, you're homosexual, beat her to death." We don't hate homosexuals. We may not disagree with
what
their.
I hear all the time. Yeah, that's what I hear too. It just seems so contradictory compared to the book. So if we don't hate homosexuals, and it's it literally says it's a sin. If somebody were to walk into church
What's the verse that says it's a sin then?
Okay. So here's the verse.
Sorry, but how do they explain homosexuality? They say it's unnatural, correct?
Hold on a minute, let me find the verse. It's uncleansing, or unclean, basically.
Uncleansing?
Yeah.
So it's sinful. It's not a sin, but it's sinful, correct?
Yeah. Which is the same thing, basically.
Okay, so it's a sin to be homosexual.
Right.
So if somebody walked into church masturbating.
Well, it don't matter if you're homosexual or not. Then if you're even have your junk out, we're just gonna throw you out the.
So.
And that's just.
Are all sins on the same level? How does
yes.
It work?
Essentially.
All sins.
All right. There's another verse to point out too. Once again, I gotta point back to Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and fallen short to the glory of God.
Okay, so the thing is, I've myself as gay for very long. So
You should choose your words
I
wisely.
ignored my destiny once, but I can't do that again. Okay?
Right.
But
The hardest. Have you came out yet?
I actually, not to guns, no. I've been trying.
The hardest choice is to root by the strongest will.
I've been trying so hard because I wanted to become Christian, but everywhere I walked in, like any church, you seem to hate
Perfect.
they just
Everything is on course.
Well, as I said earlier, I can't account for all churches. If someone is sinful, a gay, a Satanist, you know, anything, right? We're supposed to say, hey, your ways are wrong, you know, not to be rude, and essentially tell you the right way, the truth, basically, right? And for those who hate on you for being gay, then that's just them. You should ignore them and speak to someone who will honestly tell you the truth. And despite, you know, despite being sinful, you know, we're gonna love you as a brother, right?
So wait. You said all
That makes sense. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, so you said that all sins are on the same level, right?
Right.
What if you killed another human being in the flesh and blood?
So does that mean killing someone is as bad as being a homosexual?
Yeah. Well, okay. So let me explain it to you this way, right?
You're comparing like child murder to
Easy Security's in the dark about the incident. What the company knew about the virus, not even the board.
So let me.
Let him explain.
Right. So obviously, as humans,
I'll get to the bottom.
we're sinful. We judge each other in the way we're going to judge each other, right? And Muslims, if I were to be in Siberia and be a Muslim,
I followed you from Italy.
I would say killing everybody who doesn't believe in my religion is better, right?
You did this.
Or be
The Argo exposed you. I
child murder. Essentially, child murder
I just pulled
will
some
say,
strings.
I didn't do anything wrong by killing this
you
child.
might.
I just did what I felt was right?
How do you expect?
So essentially, we can't be
Play dirty.
moral. We can't create a
That's how
moral
you
code
defeat a stronger
because
opponent.
we all have our
Strike
different
from
moral
behind.
code.
Now give me the key.
So Christians
Are you
say.
saying?
So
You're
Christian.
saying we can't make a
family?
baseline for morals because everyone's different?
Trust me, if there's a weakness, confidence will find it.
So here's why.
I'll take my chances. The key.
You're kind of tangenting away from it a little bit. So I want to go back to it.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's my thing with Christianity. Humans have
Won't do you much good.
instincts, and we have the intelligent part. The instinct part of us
It's funny.
is absolutely
Cobb said the same thing.
okay?
Exactly.
Here's what I personally believe.
Thank you,
Humans will
messenger.
do
Don't.
things like inherent.
I just killed you.
Just deep down inside them.
Then where are
They
you?
can't get rid of it. Sex and violence. Okay?
Right.
Every human secretly, whether they admit it or not, they all love sex and violence. Unless there's something like genetically wrong in your head, which if somebody doesn't rely on sex and violence, then that's probably like the next evolution of our species, right? Okay, so if these like instincts are satisfied, I think we get really like at least the instinctual side of us is really like they start craving much more of us.
Right.
So, like, if we were to not listen to our instincts, the end would be near.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
So that's why.
So, alright, again,
Even though it's a sin to feed into these, like, why do you think violent movies and, like, you know, sexy movies are so successful? It's because we all need to feed into these things to keep the instinctual side of us happy, to keep our intelligent side working.
I've been telling you,
Because we're all
I've been saying
animals.
this.
We're all animals still, deep
Yeah.
down. So,
Right.
like, I feel like Christianity and, like, religion just suppresses these, and just, whether you'll admit it or not, just ends up making people more happy.
I'm not denying the fact that, you know, humans are sexual beings. I'm a sexual being. In fact, I'm not even gonna lie about this. I have depraved thoughts myself. All humans are sinful. It's how our nature is, right? I'm not saying that we're.
Exactly.
I'm not saying anybody is perfect.
We should be into it 100%, but your intelligence side starts working less whenever your instinctual side isn't satisfied, because you just need to have your animal instinct satisfied.
Right. Anyways, go on ahead.
Oh, hold on. No, wait. Hold on. So, about this whole Christian thing, right?
Right.
So, have you heard about the, come on, I need to,
Okay, I just need to plug, sorry, this is kind of out of nowhere, but I need to plug my boyfriend's channel.
okay, weird, but, have you heard of Kofa, the community of Kofa?
I have not.
Okay, so it's a Christian community, and they would go to bed hungry. They would scrounge for scraps.
Right.
Their community was on the brink of collapse, alright? And when they turned atheist, it stopped that. You know what's happened since then?
What?
The children have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
And where is this at?
You can I get a link? So rude.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hold on.
Right.
Here, I'll find it. Hold on.
So, I have a question for you, Skip.
Go on ahead. You can just call me Will if you like.
Alright, Will. So, I realize that,
Welcome to
you're very devout in what you believe, and that's not anything bad.
As previous tests
but,
have established, you exhibit an
have
unusual
you, like,
level of enhanced sensory
ever,
perception.
like, thought
Use your instinct
that,
now to sense the position
like,
and movement
you
of
could
people
take a
around
step
you
back
and
and you
identify
could
your
see,
target.
like, other people's, like,
Oh, here we go. I found a copy of it.
Other
like,
people.
their ideologies
Panic is
about,
on the way.
what is it?
Sneak up and subdue him quietly.
Like, it's
All we're gonna get is an IMDb screenshot.
What?
okay, anyways, you can probably agree that, like,
Easy there, initiate.
the book,
True
like,
assassin is a
Bible
precision tool
Right.
and applies only minimum necessary force.
is a
put
collection
on
of
his
stories
clothes.
written by the accounts of people that thought they saw God, and then
People do tend to see uniforms.
I believe
without
it's the
faces.
New Testament where Jesus is
They won't find
where
you
is that
anytime
Old
soon.
Testament?
What? Jesus came along in the New Testament. He
Okay,
was-
yeah, that's
yeah.
right. So,
This particular uniform should get you access
the
to
Bible's a
staff
collection of
office.
stories, am I right?
Just act normal.
Sort of in a way.
Hold
It's
on.
essentially
That mechanic
from
with his
day
back
one
turned,
to
he's what we call an enforcer.
what will happen. The
Right through
New
your system.
Testament
So
around
stay out of
Revelation,
line of sight.
it starts talking about what
Right.
is going to come, what the end times are going to be like, right?
Start by locating your target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intel
So,
suggests
yeah.
it's around the bar.
You're right in a way.
You're in. Well done, initiate.
Alright, yeah. So,
That
it sets,
is
like,
your
the
target,
guidelines
Mr.
for life
Fortunately,
and
place is
the
crawling
end
in
times
here.
and such.
I suggest you follow
Right.
him.
So-
See if you can't isolate him.
What's stopping someone now, at least from, like, a perspective of just, like, humans? Like, what's stopping them from creating their own, like, testament? Because anyone could go out in the street and say they have, like, a message from God, but you'd be looked at as, like, if you were a crazy person, right? Because obviously, like, oh yeah, this has all happened in the past, and there's nothing else that can happen in the future because it's just going to be all end times.
Right.
Well,
So
that's going to leave a mark. Good thing
these
we
other
haven't
people
tried.
that, like, made their religions or ideologies, like the
Unlike
Mormons,
mechanics,
who, like,
the cabin crew is
obviously
allowed upstairs
Mormonism,
access. I
I
see
don't
what you're
think is
getting at.
very,
Very
like,
unorthodox.
religious at all,
Yeah.
because its founding does not make any sense. John Smith does not, there's no such thing as reformed Egyptian on gold tablets. Like, if he was the only person to know,
Now we're getting somewhere.
And it was
And
supposedly
according to
from
intel,
God himself.
Roger is another
or, like,
enforcer
the
who
spirit.
picks his own
I
cabin crew.
don't really
So
know.
tread carefully.
But if it was from God himself,
No sailors, please. Don't make
then
any trouble. Just leave.
do you think that like someone like nowadays that like try to establish a religion of like their own, would they be seen as crazy, or what do you think?
Well,
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
I could just walk up to anybody and say, the sun feeds the grass and the trees and the leaves and everything we need, right? And we need trees to breathe. And if we didn't breathe, we'd just all die, right?
Yeah.
So we should all worship the sun.
Yeah.
So you're definitely, what I'm getting to is, you're definitely right on the fact that anybody could create a religion, right?
Yeah.
But, and anybody could believe the religion. And the reason I chose Christianity is because of Revelation. It's my favorite chapter in the Bible. Or, as we call them, books, right?
Yeah.
Revelation, like I said, is all about the end times. And everything that's been said in Revelation has come true so far. Like, okay, so recently, Israel was put back in the capital of Jerusalem, right?
Yeah.
In the Bible, it says that the first sign of the end times coming will be Israel returns to its original form, right?
Yeah.
Another one says that when the end times come...
That's been going on for years now. Ever since I've been born, every few years it's like, this is the first sign that the end times are coming.
Right. And there's going to be a lot of them, right? Obviously.
Why is this one true then? Why is this specific one true?
Because it's what it says in the Bible.
There's always some religious nut every few years. It's like, this is going to happen this year. And it doesn't. Nothing ever happens.
Right. Well, it's all about what's true and what's not, what it actually says in the Bible, because, like you said about the Quran and they're in the little prank call, anybody can interpret it the way they want it, right? It's about who can interpret it right.
So none of it can be true.
Exactly. Like shit like the rapture, like when it's done after humanity will still exist, like what the fuck is that?
What do you mean? Right.
Hey, buddy. Take it easy.
So what you made out something after all that. I don't even know what in the world just happened. What was you saying earlier?
Yeah, so, do you think that the people of past actually, like, knew what they were talking about, or, because, like, you can believe in whatever you want, I don't really care, but I feel like if someone, like, just anyone off the street just said that they had, like, a sign from God, they'd be just seen as crazy, right?
Right.
So what makes the people of past any more reliable? Like, why would like anyone believe them? Like, Jesus probably maybe existed. I don't want to say.
There's proof that there was a man named Jesus, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the battle over there were two sons. There was a father and a son, not two sons. And when the father had died, there was this huge amount of wealth that was supposed to go to one of the families. And to this day, people in Jerusalem are still having legal arguments over who should have the wealth, or whatever it was, right? The riches, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't deny, like, there's no proof because it's coming from the accounts of people of past,
Right.
But, like, anything before that, like, what's to say, like, let's just take Islam for an example. What's to say that Muhammad's, like, saying the truth, or, like, because, like, he didn't write his own book, Obviously, it was someone else. It could have been like
as far as I know, Muhammad wrote for Allah, which was the Quran, right?
Yeah, but Muhammad was illiterate, and someone else wrote for him.
Oh, okay.
So it could have just been.
Will spot you if you get too close.
It could have been
To
one
eavesdrop
person,
on this
or it could have been
conversation,
like
try and find a way to blend in.
an entire group of people,
Blending in, I
trying
see.
to set like the
Well done,
basis for
initiate.
what they wanted to fill as their own personal needs. At least from where I see it.
Thank you.
But
4-6. My
if you like, I don't know what I'm trying to get to, but like, I'm trying to figure out why.
Excellent timing. I just had the computer set up in my
people of
office.
past would believe in something like
lead the way.
Nice impression.
Like
If
Islam
we win, you can fix me
as a
home.
reliable
Anyway,
religion.
sounds like Ritter is about to have a private
After, like,
meeting with the
Because
gentleman.
I know that they spread it through like
This could be
warfare and
useful.
stuff, but it baffles me to think that a ton of people would believe in something that they've like never seen, or like because if I just went out on the street and said, "Oh yeah, the dirt, we all came from the dirt," no one would believe me, right? Because they think I'm crazy.
Right.
So
most impressive.
I don't know. I'm just like I'm like having a hard time understanding why people would accept this
Your
as
target is
reality
down.
when
Now head calmly towards the next
they don't really know what happened.
The red
you know?
car marks your exfiltration point.
Like I
Simply push the
said
button
earlier,
and you're in the clear.
it's all about, or personally what I believe is because of revelation. Right.
Yeah,
And as I pointed out, the Israel was returned to its former glory. And then you had in the Bible it says, in the end times, people will start turning on Jesus, right?
Oh yeah.
And definitely, if you look at, even the 50s, which isn't but a couple of decades ago, almost everybody was. Yeah, and then you look at today where you have so many people saying, well, why should I believe in this? And I'm not trying to say that, these people are less, I don't know the point. You get what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah, I get
Yeah. But basically the point is, it's all about the book of Revelation. And I understand this isn't for everybody, but this is why I personally chose to believe.
We may have a situation here. Everything is under control.
Because, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story. When I was younger, I grew up to a very strict father who did some very questionable things. And he constantly told us that Christianity, if you're not a Christian, you get kicked out of the house, That's constantly what we were told when we was younger, right? If you're...
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I hated Christianity, right?
Yeah.
But when I got to reading the book of Revelation for the first time, I said, yeah, this happens. This has been happening.
Slipping out the back door. Good choice, initiate.
Yeah.
Improvisation is the key to success.
I get you.
Advanced mission training complete. And may I say, elegantly done, initiate. I guess my
that
hunch
was
right
a
about you.
very
I
interesting
look forward to
discussion,
the final
but
test.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. It was nice having you, man. This great, man.
Oh yeah.
I want to thank y'all for the prank thing, man. That spiced it up, man. That was awesome.
How did you know?
I told you he had talent.
Yeah, man.
Stats off the charts.
Oh man.
Such skills and
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for having me, Will.
They can only be the result of
it was pretty interesting talking to you.
Power like that with no more.
If you ever have any more questions,
he could be dangerous.
we can sit down. We can even have a study, man. If that's what you want to do, then we can do that.
Weak spots, Miss Burnwood. Pressure points.
Sorry, man.
Keep them
Well,
in check.
take it easy. I'm gonna head off to bed now. I got work in the morning.
All right, man.
Perhaps
you have a good one.
All right.
Just
You too, man.
Give me a chance, sir. Give him a chance. I will take full
Well, that was definitely
responsibility.
something.
Very well. It's your show.
I want to thank everybody who stopped by, even though if it wasn't much people. This definitely been quite a night. I'm going to be editing out the part where we had the prank, because that was probably the best part of the night. I'm gonna end the stream right here because we've been on for about 2 hours now, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So, y'all have a good night. I want to thank everybody who stopped by again. Please subscribe, like if you enjoyed the video, and since this seems to be such a successful night, we're gonna try this again some other time. Maybe next weekend, next Friday or Saturday. I'm in the stream right now. I will see everybody at a later time.